Hello, I'm Robert Joseph, one of the founders of Le Noir. Before I got involved with winemaking, I was a wine critic at the London Sunday Telegraph for about 14 years, and I ran about 50 wine competitions all over the world, in China and Vietnam, in London, in India, in Russia, all sorts of places. And I know very well how difficult it is for a wine to get a gold medal or to get a high score from any kind of critic. So I'm really delighted. We got the news with two wines last week at the same time that we'd done really quite well. So our Chardonnay, 22 Chardonnay, actually got a gold medal from the Concours Mondial de Bruxelles, which is one of the biggest competitions in Europe, but it also got a 92 points from the Wine Enthusiast and a Best Buy. So what is it that makes this wine a little bit different? From the beginning, when we set out to make Le Noir, we wanted to make something that was distinctive, that had a flavor that people would remember, that was interesting, a flavor that would last. It wasn't like all of the other Chardonnays in the world. Now, a lot of the best wines in the world do come from single grape varieties and single vineyards, and I love some of those wines. But if you go to Champagne, what they do in Champagne, if you go to Bordeaux, what they do is they're blending grapes. In Champagne, it's Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, maybe Pinot Meunier, from different soils in different places. And in Bordeaux, again, it's Cabernet Sauvignon, it's Merlot, maybe some Cabernet Franc, again, from different places. Sometimes within a village like Margaux, they're a long way apart. So what we've got in the place, in the Minervois where we make our wine, we've got soils and vineyards that go from nearly sea level, about 100 foot above the sea, near the Mediterranean Ocean, right the way up to near 1,000 foot, 300 meters. And we've got different soils that go from those two places, but we've also got winds that come through from the sea, from the hills around, and that gives us a lot of different conditions. With this wine, the Chardonnay, we're working from 5 different vineyards and 2 different grapes. So we've got the Chardonnay, that's about 85% of the wine, and we've got 15% that comes from Viognier. So what do those two grapes give us? Well, the Chardonnay gives us the melon, the pineapple, the apple, those really typical Chardonnay flavors, a little bit of nuttiness, and then you've got the apricot, the peach that comes from the Viognier, slightly floral character, and that gives us lots of fruit, but not too much. It's not what people call a fruit bomb. It's got some subtlety with it, and that flavor, importantly, at least for me, lasts a long time. It's a while since I drank some, but I can still taste it, and that hangs around. So I'd have it with all sorts of different food, and I'd have it very happily by itself, and it's a wine I'm really delighted that we've made, and I'm so delighted that we've got this recognition for it. So the Rosé has also won a medal. This won a gold medal at the International Rosé competition in Europe a couple of weeks ago, and again, this is a blend. This time it's Grenache, the peppery, cherry, strawberry grape that you find in Côte du Rhône, Châteauneuf-du-Pape, Rioja. And you've got the other grape, that's Syrah, 15%, which is a deeper, darker, spicier character. And bring those two grapes together, and you get a character of rosé that isn't quite like the Provence rosés that a lot of people know and I love drinking. This is a little bit deeper, a little bit richer, but it's still fresh, still got a flavor that hangs around like the Chardonnay does, and you could have this with food, and again, delicious by itself. And this got an award, as I said, it won at the top rosé competition, where I was told about its success by a lady called Liz Gabay, Master of Wine, who is one of the world's experts on rosé and has written some great books on the subject. And she said she was really impressed by this wine in a long list of rosés from both France and everywhere else. So really delighted by these awards, really pleased to be able to tell you about them. I hope you can spread the word elsewhere about these and, of course, the other Le Noir wines.